Dennis, is there a requirement for a quorum of the board or not?
No. This is a reading of the bylaws. You can make your motions and whatever, and move on from there. I'm not the ultimate lawyer here. If everybody's okay, the agenda is to read the bylaws, take input from the neighborhood, discussion, move on. I want to be here till 1 o'clock in the morning.
How many copies of the bylaws do we have available to read from?
I have this copy that I brought along. Again, they were posted
I brought
numerous
one copy.
places for many. So the first section one is the name, and we made some minor changes there. Basically, we said the formal name of the organization should be the Jordan Area Community Council, also known as JACC. We added a little sub out currently with the Secretary of State. I believe we got those papers, and I can verify that if you want.
As long as somebody's on top of it.
Yep, that was already done. We'll verify it. Okay, the purpose. We have two versions of the purpose. We ran through this a couple months back, and we never came to a clear resolution. So we had version 1. Jordan Area Community Council is a nonprofit organization created to organize people, disseminate community information, and attract capital for the collective and independent empowerment of Jordan residents with a focus on livability issues. The Jordan neighborhood of Nomi, North Minneapolis, is bounded by West Broadway to the south and West Lowry Avenue to the north and Emerson Avenue to the east. The second version was Jordan Area Community Council, JACC, is organized to promote a greater sense of individual obligation to the area in which members reside. The mission of JACC is to organize people, knowledge, and capital for the collective empowerment of Jordan residents. The organization serves individuals in the Jordan neighborhood of Minneapolis from Lowry Avenue North to West Broadway, west of Emerson Avenue North. Program activities consist primarily of organizing block clubs to address crime issues in the neighborhood, facilitating meetings, and responding to inquiries relating to housing concerns. So we can choose version 1 or version 2.
Well, I got another option. There's something important that was deleted from the original document. The original document, under purpose, says the Jordan Area Community Council is organized exclusively for charitable purposes. Now, what I want to know is why the charitable purposes line was deleted from our bylaws, or from the proposed bylaw changes.
The reason that we pulled it out is because we are not a social charitable organization. Unless you talk to NRP and say, NRP, please rewrite the NRP rules so that we can give money to somebody that comes down the street and doesn't have any place to stay, and we can give them money so that they got a place to stay.
Well, actually, that's not exactly what a charitable purposes is.
Okay.
Charitable purposes is a nonprofit
That's not in your definition. The definition does not say nonprofit. It says advancement of athletic, educational.
Actually, in the state of Minnesota, a charitable organization is a nonprofit. I'm sorry, Nick's. I know what my note says.
Okay.
You don't have to hold it up for me.
Well, okay.
Now the problem with a charitable purpose organization, if you got to read the last line, it's for the benefit of the public, or a class or a section of it. That's the difference between a regular nonprofit and a charitable nonprofit. Now, our bylaws specifically say we're a charitable organization, and I would like to see that remain in the bylaws specifically. taking that out opens us up for someone to come in and take us over as a CDC or some other nonprofit type corporation.
What do you mean, take us over as a CDC? I don't get that. How do we get taken over?
Well, there's a lot of ways you can take over a corporation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it.
Like-
You need to explain that to me. How would we get taken over by somebody from St. Paul?
I'm not going to answer that question. It's not relevant to the,
I mean, you brought it up. I didn't bring it up. You brought it up.
Yes.
As relevance, not me.
we need to keep the charitable clause in our bylaws.
All right, I'll use your charitable clause. It's right here. And it says religion. We're not allowed to be active in religion.
It doesn't say that.
Advancement of
Oh my
athletic
God,
says religion.
that doesn't say we have to be a religion. Those are examples.
Okay, all right.
You got to use your head when you're reading this a little bit.
I don't know if you put it in. I didn't
charitable.
I didn't put this in. You did. And I'm saying, and I look at it and I say, okay, you put religion in here. We're a nonprofit that cannot be involved in religious issues. We can't discriminate, nor can we be involved in. We can't promote any religion.
Let's get back to the original question. Why was the clause removed from the original document in the proposed changes?
The way we thought about it when we did this was because we are not a charitable institution, we're a nonprofit institution.
Stop right there.
Two different issues.
Stop right there. There's a difference between a charitable institution and something that is specifically and solely a charity. Those are not the same things. A charitable institution may provide services, may provide outreach, may provide other non-tangible things without specifically doling out cash, which was the example that you used. A charity will dole out cash. A charitable organization does not necessarily do so.